Karen York. I'm Executive Director of Communications for Richland One. Welcome to the announcement of the 2026 Richland One Hall of Fame induction class. I'd like to begin by recognizing the members of the Richland One Board of School Commissioners, and I'll ask those present to stand or just give us a wave as I call their names. First, Mr. Robert Lominack, Chairman. Mrs. Barbara Weston, Vice Chairwoman. Dr. Erica Hersey, Secretary-Treasurer. Dr. Richard Moore, Parliamentarian. Dr. Aaron Bishop, Ms. Angela Clyburn, and Mr. Jamie Devine. Let's give our board members a hand. I'd also like to recognize our superintendent, Dr. Todd Walker, and members of the superintendent's executive leadership team who are here. Would you please stand? Thank you so much. We are also honored to have at least two members of the Richland One Hall of Fame with us this morning. First, Ms. Regina Brown, who also represents the Richland One Foundation, and Mrs. Ida Thompson. Any other Hall of Fame members present? Thank you both for being here. The Richland One Hall of Fame was established in 2004 to recognize graduates of Richland One schools and others who have made significant contributions to Richland One, their professions, their communities, and society. Since its inception, 106 men and women have been inducted into the district's Hall of Fame, which is the highest honor awarded by the Board of School Commissioners. At this time, I'll ask our board chairman to come up to bring greetings on behalf of the board. Mr. Lominack.
Thank you all very much for being here. I'm Robert Lominack, Chair of the Richland One School Board of Commissioners, and on behalf of the entire board, I want to really congratulate our soon-to-be newest group of inductees into the Richland One Hall of Fame. The board was presented with this slate of candidates about a month ago, and the board has a lot of very difficult decisions we have to make and a lot of very difficult votes. This was not one of them. This group of people, to a person, deserve this award and this recognition. So thank you all for being here to help support us in this celebration, and I want to congratulate each one of our newest inductees, and you're going to hear about them soon, but I want to congratulate each one of our newest inductees. They will be our newest group of Richland One Hall of Famers. They deserve every single bit of this prestigious award and recognition given the work they've done for our community at large. Thank you all for being here to help us celebrate them, and we'll get started with the rest of the program. Okay, I'll make sure.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lominack. Hall of Fame nominations are reviewed by a 9-member Hall of Fame selection committee. Each board member appoints a member, and the superintendent appoints 2 staff members to serve on the committee. And I'll ask, and I know we have at least a few, any of our selection committee members who are present, will you please stand and let us recognize you? Thank you so much. The selection committee received 15 nominations for the 2026 Hall of Fame induction class. On October 14th, 2025, the board unanimously approved the committee's recommendation to induct 5 persons into the Hall of Fame. These individuals have not only excelled in their respective professions, but they have contributed immensely to Richland One and the broader community. Their lives and accomplishments serve as exemplary models of the qualities and characteristics that we strive to instill in our students today and generations to come. And now, this is better than the Oscars, right? Because it's Richland One. And now the announcement of the 2026 Richland One Hall of Fame induction class. And I know it'll be a little tough to do, but please hold your applause until I have announced all 5 induction class members. Okay, you ready? Titus Duran. A native of Sumter, Mr. Duran graduated from Lincoln High School and furthered his education at Clemson University, the University of South Carolina, and South Carolina State University. He was the first African-American principal at Edisto High School in Orangeburg County and the first African-American principal at Lower Richland High School in Richland One. Mr. Duran served as Lower Richland's principal from 1990 to 2001, transforming the school's academic, cultural, and community presence. He redefined expectations for student achievement by implementing structured academic programs such as school-wide SAT tutoring, advanced placement course expansion, and early computer lab integration to ensure that students were prepared for college and the 21st century workforce. His commitment to staff development resulted in extraordinary teacher retention, with many staff members hired under his leadership remaining at Lower Richland for their entire careers. Mr. Duran also created the Move Up Assembly, a tradition still celebrated, where students are recognized for their academic progress and seniors experience a symbolic rite of passage into graduation. Judge Richard Gergel. Judge Gergel is a 1972 graduate of W.J. Keenan High School, where he was the school's first student council president. He provided calm leadership during school desegregation, uniting people from diverse backgrounds in an emotionally charged environment facing the newly formed high school. In subsequent years, when discussions turned to the possibility of closing the school, he was a vocal opponent, speaking firmly and consistently about Keenan's history, its importance to the community, and the difference it made in the lives of its many alumni. Judge Gergel furthered his education at Duke University, where he earned a bachelor's degree and a Juris Doctorate. After several years in private law practice, in 2009, Judge Gergel was nominated by President Barack Obama to a seat on the United States District Court for the District of South Carolina. He was confirmed by the U.S. Senate in 2010. Since then, Judge Gergel has presided over numerous high-profile cases. Marlene McClurklin. A Fairfield County native, Mrs. McClurklin graduated from Fairfield County Training School in Winsboro, South Carolina, and she furthered her education at Benedict College and the University of South Carolina. She did additional study at the Catholic University and the University of Chicago. Mrs. McClurklin did her practice teaching at Booker T. Washington High School in Richland One, and she began her teaching career in 1963 at C.A. Johnson High School, where she taught mathematics. She served in many other roles at C.A. Johnson, including as senior class sponsor, mathematics department chair, National Honor Society sponsor, supervisor of student teachers, administrative assistant, and assistant principal. She also mentored new teachers, and she mentored many troubled students. Mrs. McClurklin later served as the district mathematics consultant and trained substitute teachers and teachers new to the district. For 8 years, she held a dual consultant position as the mathematics consultant and science consultant. She retired as the district mathematics consultant after giving 35 years of dedicated service to Richland One. Brian Walter Myers. Mr. Myers was born and raised in the Eau Claire community of Columbia, and he graduated from Keenan High School in 1994. At Keenan, he was captain of the football team, a role that reflected his leadership and his dedication. He furthered his education at Gupton Jones College in Atlanta and the University of South Carolina. Mr. Myers is the owner of Myers Mortuary and Cremation Services, which he founded in 2009. He has since expanded his business with a second location to provide his services to other members of the community. He actively leads his team in community outreach efforts. Mr. Myers and his team partner with Clean of Heart to provide detergent and clothing to those in need, to supply diapers to facilities that support parents who are struggling financially, and organize seasonal drives, including turkey giveaways and coat distributions. For the past 15 years, Mr. Myers has provided meals for the junior varsity and varsity basketball teams at W.J. Keenan High School. His dedication to W.J. Keenan is deeply rooted in his love for his alma mater and the valuable lessons he learned in the classroom and on the football field. He also partners with and supports several other Richland One schools and provides internships to students and graduates interested in the funeral industry. Richard Seymour. Mr. Seymour is a 1997 graduate of Lower Richland High School. At Lower Richland, he excelled in academics and athletics. He was a captain of the football team, and he was voted the team's best defensive lineman during his senior year. A standout during his college years at the University of Georgia, go Dogs, okay. Had to get that in there. Yes. Richard was named a first-team All-American in 2000 and achieved first-team All-SEC honors in 1999 and 2000, laying the groundwork for his illustrious NFL career, which included helping the New England Patriots win 3 Super Bowls. He was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame in 2022. Mr. Seymour has transitioned seamlessly from his 12-year NFL career into the business world as the CEO of 93 Ventures and as an owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, where he continues to impact the sport he loves. He has not forgotten his roots in Richland One and Lower Richland. He has continued to give back by donating resources and funding uniforms, equipment, and facility improvements for athletics programs at Lower Richland High, as well as providing back-to-school supplies for students throughout the community. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a round of applause to the 5 members of our 2026 Hall of Fame induction class. So at this time, I would like to give our induction class members an opportunity to make brief remarks if they would like to do so. And since we're in alphabetical order, Mr. Duran, would you like to come forward?
You said brief.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure for me to stand. I see faces from time past. I spent 50 years in education in South Carolina. Started teaching in 1971, and I think the last day I spent in the school was 2021. I came to Lower Richland, and I'm going to be brief, but Dr. Stevenson called my house one Saturday. I was principal at Edisto High School in Orangeburg, and he said, "I want to talk to you. I'd like for you to come to Lower Richland." And I said, "I'm pretty happy where I am. They got a brand new school." But he said, "Come and talk to me." So I came into this building. My wife and I came. He said, "Can you come Monday and see me?" So I made a sacrifice, and we came. He took me upstairs in the room. Had 15 people sitting in there from the Lower Richland community, and said, after I talked with him, I stepped out. He said, "Wait." And I waited, and he said, "You want to come to Lower Richland and be principal?" That was 1990, best decision I ever made. part of the community. When I look around in here, I see faces. And Rich is my boy. Everybody knows that. That's my second son. But it's truly a pleasure, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Duran. Judge Gergel is in court on the bench in Charleston, so he was unable to be here this morning, but of course we'll see him and his wife, Dr. Belinda Gergel, and other family members in January. But we're again happy to have with us, not only is she a Hall of Fame member, but she was his classmate at W.J. Keenan High School. Mrs. Ida Thompson, would you come forward, please?
Thank you, Karen, and to Dr. Walker and all members of the audience. It is truly an honor to be here representing my classmate and my friend, the Honorable Richard Mark Gergel. I cannot overemphasize the influence that Richard had in our class and in our greater community here in Richland One as our first student council president at Keenan. We had some interesting times those first 2 years, but I can honestly say his influence, his desire to be inclusive, his calm demeanor, and his true respect for everyone got us through those tough days at Keenan. I recognized early as president of the senior class that Richard and I were going to be great friends. I saw something in him that said, we can do this and we will do it. We worked together very, very closely. He leading our student council and I was president of our senior class. But Richard was one of those individuals that was approachable by anyone. He saw value in everyone. And it really led to a very positive experience for us. I well remember that Richard organized what in those days we called rap sessions. They were opportunities for our students to come together and express their frustrations, their concerns, even their fears about this new thing called integration in Richland School District 1. Richard modeled that framework for us. And it became a model that was replicated in other high schools across this district. His career as a jurist is impeccable. I knew then that Richard was going to be someone of influence and importance when it came to our communities. And I'm just excited that all this Raider blood is flowing in this room today. Truly, we are very proud of him. And as Ms. York said, I spoke to he and his wife earlier this morning. He's in court this morning, but he's really very honored. And he wanted me to express to you on his behalf how much this really means to him and how much he loves this school district, how much he loves Keenan High School, and how very proud he is to be a member of this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Thompson. Ms. McClurkin?
Good morning. Good morning. First of all, I'd like to thank my former student, my former coworker, my friend, Thelma Claiborne, for nominating me for the Richland One Hall of Fame. Secondly, I would like to thank the selection committee for believing in me and selecting me as an inductee. Thirdly, I'd like to thank the school board members for approving my induction into the Hall of Fame. I'm a woman of few words, but I would like to say that I spent 35 wonderful years in Richland One. I have lots of students that I still work with and see at all times, every day of my life, and it's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. McClurkin. Mr. Myers?
Lord have mercy. Good morning. I want to begin by thanking our superintendent, Dr. Walker, the Richland One School Board, the Hall of Fame Committee, and especially Mrs. Joya Gregg. Thank you, twin, for believing in me and nominating me for this incredible honor. Your belief in my story and my service means more than you can ever imagine. Being inducted to the Richland One Hall of Fame is deeply personal to me. This district not only educated me, it raised me. It taught me to believe in myself, to persevere when life was hard, and to never let where I started determine where I could go. I think often about the teachers who saw something in me long before I saw something in myself, and to the community who wrapped its arms around me when I only had determination and faith. Those lessons are the foundation of everything I've built. There would be no Myers Mortuary without Richland One. The compassion, integrity, the resilience that guides my work every day was born right here in Richland One. I want to thank my beautiful mother, my hero, my breast cancer survivor, for her strength, her faith, and her unconditional love. To my beautiful daughter, Madison, who gives me purpose and reminds me daily that our work, our service, and our legacy truly matters. Over the years, my love for this district continues through my time volunteering at Hyde Park, Gibbs Middle, and Keenan High. Because when you come from Richland One, giving back isn't a choice, it's a calling. So I stand before you today, humbled and honored. I just want to say thank you, Richland One, for believing in me then, for pouring into me when I needed it most, and for honoring me now. This honor isn't just mine. It belongs to every teacher, coach, counselor, and classmate who helped shape my story. This is where my foundation was built, and it's an honor and privilege to continue carrying the spirit of Richland One wherever I go. Thank you.
All right, Raiders, all right. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Myers. So my fellow Georgia dog was not able to be here this morning, but we are honored to have members of his family here with us representing him. And one of those family members is his cousin, Dr. Bianca Wider, who is also an outstanding member of our career and technical education team. And she's going to come forward and give some remarks on behalf of the family. Dr. Wider.
Good morning. First, giving honor to the Richland One School Board of Commissioners, Dr. Todd Walker, Superintendent, members of the Superintendent's executive team, and other distinguished guests. Richard Seymour, three-time Super Bowl champion, NFL Hall of Fame inductee, co-owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, and dedicated family man. On behalf of Richard's mother, Miss Deborah Seymour, and his sister, Cece Seymour, and others that are in the audience this morning, we, the family of Richard Seymour, are deeply honored that our beloved Richard Seymour will be inducted into the Richland One Hall of Fame. This recognition means so very much to our family, and Richard shares this honor with his former principal, Mr. Titus Duran, who is also being inducted into the Richland One Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Mr. Duran, on a well-deserved honor, as well as his coaches, teachers, mentors, colleagues, friends, and the entire Lower Richland community. This community has been a part of Richard's extraordinary journey. Thank thank you for being Richard's Village. Thank you, Richland One, for this incredible honor and for inspiring excellence in our community. We look forward to celebrating with each and every one of you in January at the Richland One Hall of Fame Gala. Richard would also like me to thank those that nominated him. His principal, Mr. Titus Duran. School Board of Commissioners, in their absence, Dr. Erica Hersey and Miss Barbara Weston. Again, on behalf of Richard Seymour and his family, we thank you for this prestigious honor. As he was rooted and grounded in all of key principles and community servanthood, we thank you, thank you, thank you. This is my principal too.
Oh, gosh. All right, another round of applause for all of our induction class members and their family representatives. Thank you so much. So as Dr. Wider referenced, today is just the announcement of those who will be inducted. And we would like to make sure everyone knows that the Richland One Hall of Fame Induction Gala will be held in partnership with the Richland One Foundation Saturday, January 10th at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center. So please save that date and make plans to attend, and we will actually open ticket sales this afternoon. That information will be on our website at richlandone.org, and you will also see promotions on our social media pages. So please, again, save that date and make plans to attend. We want to see all of you in your suits and tuxedos and sequins and stilettos and all of that. It will be a wonderful time. And this will be the first Hall of Fame induction gala for our new superintendent. He's new, but it feels like he's been here longer than 4 months. And I'll ask Dr. Walker to please come up at this time and give us some closing remarks.
And I was reminded as I came up that not only are tickets available, but sponsorships are also available for anyone who would like to participate in that way. So first of all, I want to thank the Board of Commissioners, certainly for this opportunity to serve in this capacity as superintendent of this wonderful district. I want to extend appreciation and congratulations to all of the honorees, as well as the former inductees, and to all staff members that are in the room. And this is a collective endeavor. It was interesting when I was considering my application and eventual selection to this district. One of the things that attracted me to a district such as this was the fact that you all recognize and celebrate greatness, not just with the Hall of Fame, as the members here represent certainly a significant contribution, but also with teachers and with staff and other community members. There's recognition and celebration. It isn't just about having a good time. Somebody said, don't threaten me with a good time. It is about having a good time. But it's not just about having a good time. Celebration is two things that I think is significant for some closing thoughts. One, celebration is a memorial. And it's sort of interesting when you think about a memorial, it's a place that you go past and you can have some remembrance. It's the collective memory of the community. And one of the things that I found out is that sometimes you don't need a miracle, you just need a memory. And when we look at our inductees, when we look at the things that they've accomplished, when we look at the things that they've done, it lets us know that this is not an impossible task. We've been this way before. The other thing that we understand about celebration is that not only is it a memorial, but it also is an anchor. And a ship has an anchor because it keeps it from moving in turbulent times. And we're in some troubled times right now. There are challenges that we face, but the Hall of Fame isn't just a celebration for a good time, it's a celebration for an anchor that grounds our community, that grounds our students, that grounds our staff in the recognition that there's stability and purpose of people who have been this way before. So I thank you for this opportunity. I would just share with you, we're rising together. And my name's Todd Walker. I'm proud to serve as the superintendent of Richland School District 1.
He didn't add his, and I approve this message part, so. So I'll add that for you. So again, I have to take my glasses off to see. But again, thank you all for being here this morning for this announcement. As I said, we look forward to seeing all of you on January 10th. And we'd like to take a group picture of our induction class members at the end. So if y'all would just come up here, and one of my team members, Nick, will take that picture. And we have some light refreshments, some good sugar to get the rest of your day going. So please enjoy those. Again, thank you for coming.